One little change. 2023 should be a great year, everyone agrees. And it can by taking simple actions. I love discussing habits with others. However, let's face it, sometimes it might feel overwhelming. When articles show us how to better our lives in a matter of seconds, it doesn't seem like a big deal. Every week, I'd want to read 2 books and practice meditation for 2 hours. Sorry, but I only have a day and I have other things to do. This is why, in recent years, I started implementing minor behaviors. These have not consumed a lot of time or sapped my energy the way some other habits have. But most importantly, they have significantly raised my quality of life. If you want, you can select 1, 12, or 20. Each of these does not have to be done continuously. I frequently miss some of them due to life's interruptions, but I always go back. Yes, you can. 1. Make a thankfulness list of 3 things. Start with 1 if you must. The goal is to always look for the positive things in each day. Yes, that's a great alternative for those moments when you've had the worst day ever and want to smack the first person that looks at you. The most dependable habit I've ever developed is this one, which I started doing 2 years ago. It is easy and helps with focusing on challenging days. I usually just give thanks for being alive and having a decent future when I can't recall anything positive that occurred the previous day. Simplicity is preferable in the long run. 2. Disagree once per week. If you take on everything that is thrown to you, you will never have time for yourself. During the week, you can make it by declining everything that isn't intriguing to you. First, refuse once and then see how empowering it feels. Additionally, you can set longer time limits for other persons. Therefore, there is always room for you. You think a meeting is unnecessary, yet someone wants to hold one. Make a busy claim. Your help is required for 3 buddies. Tell one of them they may need to look elsewhere. Attention, if you currently accept everything, folks will need some time to adjust. But ultimately they'll accept it. 3. After you wake up, do a minute of activity. No more than a minute. Despite your busy schedule, you should be able to find time for it. I merely require a few simple workouts, nothing more difficult. Usually, my goal is to perform 30 push-ups and hold a plank position for at least 30 seconds. Exercise first thing in the morning helps you wake up and removes any morning haze you may be feeling. If you prefer, complete your entire workout first thing in the morning. Although you could prefer the evening, it won't hurt to spend a brief amount of time in the morning. The assistance is beneficial. 4. Spend money on adventures. How many times a year do you shop? That amount should be compared to how often you spend money on experiences. I will assume that you put more money into things. Despite spending the same amount on both, that is still not the greatest option. We don't retain memories. Having experiences. Best case scenario, objects help us remember specific occurrences. In 2022, I met up with friends for walks or frequented small outings with them. We connected and created memories. In 2023, I intend to significantly raise that. 5. Maintain a clean home. If you haven't tried it, you should. It's simple to rearrange your home, whether you have space or not. Why, I hear you ask. Possibly, depending on what you do at home. I've given myself different locations to handle different jobs. When I play video games, I relocate my PC to the designated gaming space. 6. Discard objects. If you've never deliberately tried to get rid of something you've stored just in case it comes in handy, give it a go today. It gives you freedom. You might learn to like it and keep doing it. You could also get rid of 465 stuff, as I did after the Minimalist game in November of last year. You can create room in either situation by getting rid of a lot of junk. There are also a lot of things you're hanging onto that don't merit it. My 12-year collection of Korea, a free monthly magazine, was not required to be kept. My broken nunchucks were also of no assistance. 7. Manage your money. Investing is a wise habit, but that is not what this post is about. It's crucial to understand where your money comes from and goes. Most parents appear to have this under control. But I've also seen a lot of people just ignore it. It is easy to finish. To automate regular incomes and outgoings, you can set up a free program like Money Manager, enter your assets, and then run the program. After that is finished, you may quickly enter the remaining bills and their categories. Soon, you'll be able to monitor where your money is going. It simply takes a few seconds and is quick and simple. 8. Get up once an hour. This is without a doubt the one that I find the most challenging. I am aware that it is simple and good for the body, but I keep forgetting. Notifications are pointless, and even if I remembered to get up and carry on writing, I wouldn't want to break the flow. This seems to be one of the smaller behaviors that is easier to develop. It's been most of our lives since we've done it, which makes it extremely challenging to recall. Thousands and thousands of hours have been spent in silence. 9. Follow this simple proverb. When we have no head, we have legs. It may seem unusual, but I use it as a coping strategy to accept whatever happens. Usually, this entails forgetting something and having to go home to get it. When you misplace your keys or forget to buy wine at the shop, remain calm. Keep reminding yourself that you need to be resolute in order to fulfill your obligations. Accept that the past is what it is. All you can do is go forward. 10. Ask questions with a broad scope. With the exception of a few topics, I'm not a great speaker. I've improved by adopting a simple technique. I make an effort to pose as many open-ended inquiries as I can. I start acting like a toddler when I start asking why, where, when, who, and other such questions. It may not always be acceptable, but generally speaking, it is. Ask open-ended questions whenever you can to be seen as a better interlocutor. Why? Since you help the conversation flow and everyone likes to talk about themselves. 11. Turn off the alerting system. Start with a single hour each day. If you can bear it longer, do it. You understate how challenging this will be. The only reason you aren't doing it is because being reachable is simply a habit you have developed. It is imperative that you change. It takes around 25 minutes to regain your focus after even a brief momentary glimpse at a notification. You'll accomplish much more if you put everything else aside for an hour. I now disable my alerts for 2/3 of the day due to my addiction. 12. Prepare your clothing. Simple but powerful. Why would you squander part of your precious mental energy in the morning when you might use whatever was left over from the previous night? It doesn't interfere with your daily activities, but it does let you save your energy for more significant tasks. 13. Reduce your news viewing. You probably started doing it in 2023 to get around the issue that year. If not, start immediately. No matter how curious you are. No matter how curious you are, you don't need to watch the news 3 times a day, let alone 10. Do the news at noon if you must watch, or read it only once. You probably don't need more. I find that merely reading the news once every 2 days works extremely well for me. I'm never overburdened and keep up with world events at all times. Even my private time has expanded. 14. Please drink more water. One more simple small habit. It is good for your health and can be found practically anywhere. I'm wondering why you haven't started drinking more water. Put the TV away for a while and just do it, please. 15. Each month, pick up a new skill. My fave of them all. Simply let go of any expectations, and every month, learn something new. It can entail researching a topic that has caught your attention. You might study Perikura culture or read about the Mariana battle. Whatever method you use, discovering something new is exhilarating. It's beneficial since it keeps us interested and over time gradually broadens our knowledge or abilities. Implement it how you see fit. Spend a single Saturday working on it for 10 hours, or a month working on it for a few minutes each day. What matters is that you get new knowledge. 16. Please make your bed. Make your bed and start with a win, as Admiral William McRaven suggested in a lecture. Another simple habit to pick up. That is not the purpose, even while it doesn't change your life right instantly. All we're attempting to accomplish here is slightly improve it without deviating from our main concept. When you make your bed in the morning, The rest of the day will be full with many additional successes. 17. Spend some time alone yourself every day. Only one, come on, you can do it without a nearby phone, computer, friends, or animals. Alone in your thoughts, while using the restroom, do this. If required, it won't change your life, but doing this for a minute will start to train you to start paying attention to your thoughts rather of just going through the motions. Start with 1 minute, then increase it. Think about your ideas. Addressing oneself. Move on after accepting your views for what they are. Self-awareness is widely undervalued in our society. 18. Think on how valuable your current acts are. Many of the things we do serve no purpose. To be more precise, many are unworthy of our attention. After finishing tasks and moving on, we eventually look back and regret how much time we squandered. If you only had 2 months to live, would you be binge watching television on the couch? Would you be writing the masterpiece you've always wanted to write, or something else? 19. Complete an assignment in 2 minutes or less. Numerous pieces of advice suggest taking action right away on everything that takes less than 5 minutes. I disagree. Even 5 minutes could significantly delay the remaining items on my schedule. As an alternative, I've set a time limit of 2 minutes. If it takes 5 minutes, write it down and hang it in front of you. Do it within the next 1.5 hours. It gives you some leeway while avoiding procrastination for days. 20. Be aware of your posture. Poor posture has a number of long-term implications. I've had a hunchback for so long, it's been hard to keep it straight. I often forget, but when I do, I sit back up straight, like I just did when I started writing this part. Little effort goes a long way. If you still have good posture, appreciate it and notice when it's not there. If you need to correct your posture, display reminders. For a while, a simple statement served as the background image on my phone. Stand tall. 21. Read for 15 minutes each day. This one is worth the extra time even if it takes a little longer. As commonly stated by Jim Quick, they claim that leaders read. Everybody wants to live better lives. This goes for everyone, not just leaders. Whether you read fiction or non-fiction is irrelevant. Everyone has advantages. You should read, it's vital. Aim for 1 hour, 45 minutes per week if you can't find 15 minutes for each. Even though it's just the beginning, it goes above and beyond what most people do. At any rate, 70% of US adults, according to a survey done, had not been to a bookshop in the previous 5 years. There are important, difficult behaviors. There are also straightforward, modest practices. I enjoy them all, but it's clear that the latter are simpler to accommodate into our already hectic schedule. Considering everything, they also considerably change lives over time. The only drawback with those is how difficult it is to notice their effects. It is simple to overlook them since you are unable to recognize their importance. You can improve your life if you keep trying hard enough. 2023 might be the year. You can begin leading a new life. You can become happier by making minor changes. Hey, go ahead and start now. Act right away. Get up and do something to start things off. My sincere wish is that today taught you something that will make you a better person in the days to come. So, what do you think about this topic? Let us know what you think in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching.